Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the real United States. We're here in front of a statue of Mahatma Gandhi. Now, I doubt that there's anybody out there on the face of the planet that is not familiar with the great spirit, Mahatma Gandhi. This statue is a depiction of Gandhi's march to the sea in protest of the salt taxes that he did in 1930. Now, this was a gift from the nation of India. And we're here in downtown Washington, D.C., right where Q Street and Massachusetts Avenue meet. And the reason for this beautiful bronze statue of Mahatma Gandhi is we're standing here in front of the Embassy of India. This building, the light-colored part here you're going to see on the left-hand side of your screen, is the oldest part of the building. This building was built in 1885. And then this part next to it was built in about 1901. They were later both purchased by the nation of India and became now what is the Indian Embassy. Well, so to speak. One of the problems we have here with the English language is that we use words where they're not exactly correct. In fact, an embassy is not a building. An embassy is a group of people that are delegates from another nation, representative of another nation. So the embassy technically is the people. The building, in fact, is called a chancery. So you will usually hear these buildings referred to as the embassy, but the fact of the matter is that technically the building itself houses the embassy, and the building is called a chancery. Now, it's a beautiful, beautiful building. And this is, as I understand it, the oldest piece of foreignly owned property that's owned by the nation of India. So, quite a historic artifact on so many levels. And some of these upper floors, I understand, were added to one of these buildings along in the early part of the 20th century, right around the time of World War I. But again, that this actually became the Indian Embassy and Chancery right around 1946, just after the end of World War II. So this is pretty much the start of what is known here as Embassy Row. Embassy Row is along mostly Massachusetts Avenue, which is the street that we're standing along here, and where you will find most of the foreign embassies here in the United States in Washington, D.C. So this is part one of what will eventually be probably a long playlist about Embassy Row and the many, many embassies representing our neighbors around the world. Now, unfortunately, in our little tour here along Embassy Row, I'm not going to actually be able to take you into the embassy and have a look around. It's fairly common knowledge that embassies, chanceries actually, are both in theory and in practice considered foreign soil. They are part of the sovereign nation for which they represent. So, since I don't have a passport and I haven't been invited in, which I in theory could go in without a passport if I'd been invited in, I won't be able to go in and show you the inside of the chancery. So we're going to have to live with the fact that outside of this gorgeous building on this beautiful day, because this is in fact considered foreign soil. So we have all these little individual chunks of countries all here along Embassy Row. So for now, I would like to thank you for joining us here on the Real United States. We hope you enjoyed this visit to the Mahatma Gandhi statue and the Embassy of the nation of India. We hope you'll pick, subscribe, and join us. Come along for the adventure. If you have questions or comments, leave them in the comments section below. I love hearing from all of you. I try to get back to everybody I can. And as always, thank you for watching.